People here in this room, I guess we all are born before the year 2000, if I'm right? Yeah, most of us? All right. So we have survived a lot, isn't it? I remember my grandfather having this phone, and we used to wonder what it does. Then we saw the first computers in our offices, right? We saw that, right? And we survived computers as well. Then we saw the internet. Now all your shops, all your products now will be online. We survived that as well. Then we saw 2G, 3G, 5G, and sure, 6G soon. Metaverse. People are saying that we will be very, we will be in problem and it's highly challenging to, deal with this. We'll survive that as well. And finally, we have artificial intelligence, or generative AI to be precise. So how many in this room feel threatened by artificial intelligence? Can we see some hands? No one. Oh my God. So I think you should clap for yourself then. So what we are going to do here, we are just trying to understand the idea of artificial intelligence, especially for HR, how it is going to shape the future of HR, or already is shaping, and how we prepare for that future. So what is artificial intelligence? An intelligence that is not human, isn't it? Right? But can there be an intelligence that is not human? Is it possible? Can machines think? And the answer is yes. In fact, there was an experiment done at MIT. The computer they used was called TXO, the first computer. And they gave some script to that computer, script for a short play. And they were surprised that with the given rules, every time computer was creating a new script. Which means, with the same set of rules, the computer is changing script every time. That led them to believe that machines can think. Maybe computers are thinking here. So these are various subdomains of artificial intelligence. You can see machine learning, which is continuous improvement. Because of that only you see artificial intelligence today in the way it is. Natural language processing, which is the foundation for transformer model, the chat GPT, as we call it today. Computer vision, the program that was adopted by US Compass system, federal department. And then most important for us, AI ethics and AI-human collaboration. So these are the two most important areas for human resources professionals. Everything is important although. So what is the difference between artificial and human intelligence? And I want to see your hands, if you can raise your hands one by one on each topic. So who, out of you, how many believe that humans will be better at analysis of data than AI? Only 2 people? Okay. How many of you believe that biasness is more in machines than humans? Okay, let me now change the question. How many of you believe that humans have more bias than machines? Oh, great, good. How many of you believe that in multitasking, machines are better than humans? Right. How many of you believe that in creativity, machines can surpass the human intelligence? They are creating symphonies, they are beating the top chess player in the world today, they are beating all the checker competitions right now. But in creativity, do you still believe machines will beat humans? No. Most of you are saying no. That's interesting. How many of you believe humans have higher IQ than machines? Okay, so right now ChatGPT 4 has an IQ of 153. Soon it will surpass Einstein. Just in few months. Average employee that we have may have 80, 90, up to 100 AI, IQ. All right, but I think easier to answer is who will have more EQ, emotional quotient? Humans, of course. Who is more adaptable, machines or humans? Okay. For machines, how many can raise your hands? Okay, for humans, how many can raise your hands? So whosoever is more adaptable will survive. So don't worry, right? Now, there are many areas in which ChatGPT and artificial intelligence is already intervening our lives. You can see creating your job analysis. The other day, one of my students, she messaged, I want this job description. You know it's very easy, right? Just go to ChatGPT, ask it. We are using it in talent acquisition. We are using it in all these activities. But please remember, AI in HR is not limited to HR. AI is going to touch each and every function that operates in the business. Yes or no? Are you seeing this or not seeing this? Yeah, I think the last profession to be replaced by AI will be maybe barbers. We won't trust them, right? We won't trust AI with my barber. I will not do that. But most of our information sharing that we do, we all are knowledge workers, isn't it? We all share information. And that can be taken over by artificial intelligence. But what are the risks of artificial intelligence? If you look at some of the risks, these are huge risks. For example, Amazon started a program to hire, so they were using artificial intelligence in their hiring practices, in assessments. Now this AI was against women. They were just hiring 70% of the men. I don't know if AI loves men or not, but they were hiring mostly men. They realized the programmer who designed it maybe is behind it, because if your data is biased, what you get is also biased. It is just looking at how the hiring pattern of Amazon works and following the same pattern. The same thing happened to US justice system, the Compass system, where they were using artificial intelligence and many African Americans were being arrested by the police. Google Photos did a terrible mistake. They identified an African American as gorilla. So, it's all about the biases which are inbuilt. The machine can only provide an output. We have the control problem. I'm thankful that most of you said that we are more adaptable than machines. The day machines become more adaptable, right? Ethics and privacy is a big concern for AI. In my consulting practice, we do that. So we started using AI and we started uploading some data on AI just to see what kind of reports it generates for us. What kind of analysis AI can do. Does it do better than our HR analyst? I was surprised it is really good. Right now it's not there, but it's really nice. Will I trust AI with that data which my customer is trusting with me? That's a big concern for me. And that should be a concern for all of you as well, especially HR leaders. Intellectual property. Recently, New York Times filed a case on Microsoft. Microsoft Bing is quoting articles of New York Times, which are proprietary material of New York Times. They are not happy with this. Psychology. Everyone today in the world is impacted by AI when it comes to their thoughts and fears about artificial intelligence. You might have seen already deepfakes, and specifically I want to mention these two things, Blackbox Problem and ethics. Real quick. So this is a problem called Trolley Problem. The Trolley Problem simply says, imagine you have a car or a trolley like this, and it faces two outcomes. So you must choose between allowing a runway trolley to continue on its path and kill 5 people, or divert it onto another track where it kill only one person. Right. So as a human, you might be a better judge of the situation, isn't it? But when it comes to artificial intelligence, can we trust our car to kill someone to save me? For example, if I am 60-year-old and there is a child which is yet to see life, 10-year-old, will I give that command to my car to protect me and maybe kill a child? Maybe not. So whether the cars, so let's talk about this question. This is very important. These are the concerns of this trolley problem. Now, if we allow these autonomous vehicles, so if the accident is inevitable, should it be programmed to minimize overall harm, even if it means harming the passenger? Who is responsible if AI makes a decision that leads to loss of life? How do we as a society decide what moral framework AI is going to use? Who is going to decide that? Politicians? Another problem that we have with AI, another dilemma that we have, which of course we should find solution, is called Blackbox Problem. The Blackbox Problem says that scientists even today, they agree on a fact that even they don't know exactly how AI interprets things, how it makes certain choices or decisions. So AI is always right until proven wrong. That's what MIT says. Now just imagine hiring people based on such assumptions and hiring and firing based on artificial intelligence, or especially giving promotions to people based on artificial intelligence. Because it is wrong until you prove it. It is right until you prove it wrong. So let's talk about few of the things that will happen or may happen soon. Currently, if you look at recruitment, we are already using AI-driven candidate screening and matching tools, many of the organizations. Maybe within 5 years or before that also, because with AI you can't really predict how much time it is going to take. We may have advanced predictive analytics for candidate fit. Maybe within 10 years, we may have a fully automated end-to-end recruitment process. Onboarding, we already have digital onboarding with AI presentations. Personalization is there, which is right now we can do. But we are going to see more personalized onboarding experiences, AI-driven, adaptive onboarding based on real-time feedback. Learning and development, currently we have AI-powered learning management system already. We may have the personalized learning path where you choose how you want to learn, from whom you want to learn, what is the tone, whom you like. You want Colonel Khare, you want someone else to speak for you, or you want your father. Continuous skill development with immersive AI technologies that we are going to see for sure soon. Performance management, we already are using AI for analytics. We can have predictive performance management. It reminds me of a Netflix show, if you might have seen it, Black Mirror. Some amazing work they have done they go wild with what AI can do. Predictive performance management, where everyone wants to get a certain rating from each other. So where AI starts predicting who will perform, who will do what, almost like better than a balanced scorecard that we may use right now. And then real-time AI-driven performance optimization soon. In employee engagement, we may have chatbots, AI-driven surveys. Already, it's working. Advanced sentiment analysis and proactive engagement strategies. AI-driven personalized experience once again. So I'll cut it short. So what we are finding here is that AI is great for these two things. Efficiency, when it comes to your documentation, data analytics, AI is a great data analyst for you, right? Don't waste a lot of time in that because it can do for you. Performance alignment it can do. It can manage payroll, for example. And it can bring personalization to activities such as hiring, candidate experience, learning and development, compensation, employee engagement. But what AI cannot do is at least these three things. It's very difficult, or right now impossible, for AI to empathize with other humans. It cannot help us with relationship building. It cannot create real connect. Creativity. AI can create something which is based on the previous data. But can AI really create something? That is highly doubtful. So, humans will be needed for creativity. Humans can have strategy, can plan next 20 years, 30 years. AI cannot do that. And most important, understanding the context of the situation, like what you saw in Trolley Problem. A human can understand context much better. Sometimes life is not about rules, you know that. Sometimes you have to adapt and you have to change as per the situation. So how we can still stay relevant in the age of AI and lead? Just by doing few things. For example, focusing on strategy. AI is going to help us with a lot of data analysis, managing our documentation. I remember one recently, someone told me they made 500 offer letters using ChatGPT 4. Amazing. It's a great HR assistant. It's not a strategic HR leader for sure. We can focus on soft skills, like leadership, for example, emotional intelligence, ethical leadership, which is, again, trust is still the biggest factor in businesses. Leveraging data and AI capabilities, again, humans are going to do that. And especially for change management, humans will be relevant. So how we prepare for that? First of all, we need to build AI competence. We cannot say that AI won't touch my job. It is going to touch your job for sure. Sooner or later, all the departments, not just HR, but other departments are going to use AI. You need someone who is going to have foundational and fundamental knowledge of artificial intelligence, what you can do with it, what you should not do with that. We need to have process orientation. Every organization is changing so quickly nowadays. You know that in the age of AI, it is going to happen exponentially. We need to be agile, process-focused. Value chain analysis, how AI is impacting other departments, that also is our concern. How it is demotivating, for example, my marketing team, or motivating my marketing team. How it is making my supply chain management smoother, or something else is happening there. So what is the impact of AI on my value chain, primary as well as secondary? And AI compliances, which are eventually going to fall on HR. So what policies we need to have when it comes to use of artificial intelligence? All the schools are struggling right now. Soon the organizations will struggle with that. Right now it is happening, you all know that. A resignation letter is written by ChatGPT, and the reply from the manager is also given by the ChatGPT. This is a real story. Now, that is already happening. So is it going to be, ChatGPT interacting with itself only? All right, so what we can do? Of course, we need to learn artificial intelligence and utilize it. As we discussed, we are more adaptable. So recently, some of our participants, recently we concluded our AI batch, and they did some wonderful things. So one of the GPTs we built called Labor Law, right? UA Labor Law. It's a GPT available on GPT Store now, where you can have all the answers of your questions based on UA Labor Law. All questions can be answered just if you go to this GPT. So you don't need to call someone. Of course, this is not legal. Okay, this is not legal point of view. All right, for HR, it might be useful, not for legal perspective. So yeah, this is what we are doing with Workex. We have created a 20-hour program on, we call it Certified AIHR Practitioner, and HRME and SHRM accredited program that we are running. So join us in this next wave of HR transformation. We are going to need AI. I don't know when, if you have watched the new movie Dune, they say that humans stopped AI many thousand years ago. I don't know when that day will come, but right now, till we die, we are going to need artificial intelligence. And we are going to, we need to learn it today, right? We need to know more about it.